Hi everyone and welcome to Gymnastics with Rosanna. My name is Rosanna and I am a gymnastics coach. Today we're going to be doing a follow along head to toe stretch. Now this is a stretch that I would do in my gymnastics in any of my recreational classes after we've done our warm up to make sure all their muscles are nice and warm and everything's moving around before we do our gymnastics. I've put a mat on my floor today for myself to save my knees. But if you don't have one, don't worry, you can use a rug, or if you've got a nice soft floor, that works just as well. So we're going to start off by having our feet just maybe a shoulder width apart, and we start with our head and we'll work our way down our bodies. So first up, we're going to look up to the ceiling and down to the floor, and we'll go over to the right. And then over to the left. And we'll look back up to the ceiling, down to the floor, over to the right, and over to the left. Now what we're going to try and do is put our right ear on our shoulder, and then we're going to roll our chin round to get our left ear to our left shoulder. And then we'll go back again. And we'll go back to the left. And then back to the right. Now we're going to move on to our shoulders, so we're going to do some big circles backwards with our arms. Make sure you're trying to keep your arms nice and straight and do the biggest circle possible. I always say you're trying to imagine you've dipped your fingers in some buckets of paint and you are trying to draw circles on the wall. We're not trying to fly, so it doesn't need to be fast, it just needs to be nice big movements. And then we're going to go forwards. And the same things apply. Nice straight arms, it's not about speed, just as big a circles as you can. Right, so next up we're going to put our hands on our hips. We've already got our feet just a little bit apart, and what we're going to do is we're going to lean over to one side. I like to imagine with this that you are standing between two walls and you are having to go as far as you can without leaning forwards or backwards because those walls are keeping you trapped. And we're going to go to the other side. Again, imagine we're sandwiched. So no pushing your tummy forwards or sticking your bottom out, as far as you can, keeping nice and straight. And then we're all going to stick our tummies forwards. And then stick your bottoms out. It's important with this one that we keep our legs nice and straight. See if you can get a flat back, and you should feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. Good job everyone. So we're now going to sit in a pike shape. If you've not done any kind of gymnastics or dance before, that's okay. In a pike shape, we sit with our legs nice and straight, everything squeezed together nice and tight, and we're trying to sit up tall so we're not slouching. We're then going to have our arms above our head, and we're going to reach as far forward as we can towards our toes, trying to get our tummy to our legs, and we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So we're going to reach forward and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hopefully you feel a bit stretch with that. We're also now going to do very similar, but we're going to do it in what is called a straddle. So for this one, our legs are apart. We're trying to keep the backs of our knees on our floor and pointing up to the ceiling. Try not to let your legs roll in at all, as you might end up hurting your hips. So everything's squeezed tight. We're going to sit up tall, and first up we're going to go over to our right side. We're going to hold it ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to the middle, and this time we're going to go to our left leg. Ready, and hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to the middle. Now this time we're going to go as far forward as we can. It's really important important for this one that you try and keep these knees facing upwards and don't let your legs roll in. So we're reaching forwards as far as we can, and we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, everyone. So we're going to make a butterfly now. So we do this by putting the soles of your feet together, nice and flat in the middle, and then we're just going to flap your knees to make your wings. I always hold my feet, but that's not something you have to do. You can put your hands in your lap or on the floor. Just try not to put them behind you and lean backwards. So once we've flapped our wings, we're now going to see if we can get our nose down to our toes. If you find that too easy, see if you can get your nose on the floor in front of your feet instead, so your tummy is on your feet. And we're going to hold this one for 10 as well. Ready? So we're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. So I'm going to do these next ones sideways so you can show the positions if you don't know this. The first one we're going to do is something called Happy Cat. Now for this one, we want to be on our hands and our knees. We want to try and get our shoulders over our hands, and we want to make sure our bottom is not on our heels. So our first one is called Happy Cat, and what we're trying to do is we're arching our back and pushing our tummy towards the floor with your head up. So you should feel a nice stretch in the bottom of your back. Making sure we're keeping our arms and legs where they were and just arching our back. From here we're going to do something called a sad cat. Now the only thing that's going to move here is our back and our head. Our hands and our feet and our legs all stay still, and what we do is we look for our knees, we push up through our shoulders, and we make our back rounded and try and push it up towards the ceiling. And we're going to go back into our Happy Cat again. So all that moves is our head and our back. So we're really trying to arch our back to feel that stretch. And then back up into our sad cat. So with our sad cat, we're trying to push through our shoulders so we can squeeze our ears. Good job, everyone. So from here, all we're going to do is we're going to move our knees slightly up, we're going to push our hips to the floor, keep our arms straight, and this is called a seal stretch. So we're trying to squeeze our legs together, keep them nice and straight, knees together, ankles together, and we're pushing backwards, keeping a nice arch in our back. And then from here, what we do is we're going to do something I call a snail. So we're going to push our bottoms up in the air and our arms forwards. So your bums are nice and high, and we're trying to get our armpits on the floor. Make sure while you do this, you're trying to look at your fingers. We don't want any faces down like this. We want chins up, looking at our fingers, and you should feel a nice stretch in the top of your back and your shoulders. And then we're going to go back into our seal shape, so hands a bit closer, push our tummies forward, and try and get our shoulders back. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you could try and look over the top of your feet. And then we're going to go back into that snail shape again. So bottoms in the air, hands forward, and look at those fingertips trying to get your armpits into the floor. Excellent job. The last thing we're going to do for our stretch is our wrists and our ankles. So first up, we're going to get our hands, we're going to link our fingers like this, and we're going to do some spaghetti. So we're going to make these big motions with our hands, making sure we're going through our wrists and our fingers to get them nice and warm. And then with our fingers still linked, we're going to clasp our hands together, and then we're going to do some circles, which I like to call meatballs. sure those wrists have gone in every direction. We'll do a bit more spaghetti. And then some more meatballs. And then we're going to sprinkle some cheese. Give everything a bit of a shake. And then for our ankles, what we're going to do is we're going to get one foot. We're going to do circles with it one way. Make sure we go the other way as well. And then we're going to swap feet. So with the other foot, do your circles one way. And then go the other way as well. And like that is our basic stretch complete. I will be at some point over the coming weeks recording some more advanced stretches and then some speciality stretches as well for things like splits. Let me know if there is any particular stretches you'd like to see and I will do my best to get those to happen for you. See you again!